Rise and Gregors, my name is Tetsyumi, and welcome back to episode 9 of our Terraria Thorium playthrough. And today, we're going to do this intro a little bit differently. I'm going to go ahead and immediately right off the bat, explain what we got going on our to-do list. And then as we actually get into the episode, then I'll start rambling. Because usually what happens is I start rambling immediately, and then like 5 minutes into the episode, we actually start doing episode things. So we're going to try and switch that around. So today, there's really only two things I want to actually do, and really it's just one. I want to defeat all three of the mechanical bosses today, because those are our next bosses, and since they're not Thorium bosses, this is the Thorium mod, this is my Thorium playthrough. I, of course, mainly want to focus on Thorium content, so because these are just the normal mechanical bosses, I figured that hopefully if we can take them all down today in this episode, and if we get any new cool Thorium stuff from them, then that will be cool. But to actually take on these bosses, naturally, we gotta go ahead and craft a few new weapons. So the first thing I want to do before we actually get to the bosses is craft 2 new bows, because you might have noticed in my inventory here, I have a few things. First off, this is just this is from the Mutant Mod, this is not from the Thorium Mod. This time is a Sandstorm, but we want the Sandstorm because of this thing, the Pharaoh's Breath, and these are things that I got from the desert enemies over here when I was farming out for some of these holy arrows. And what they do, I didn't realize, is they can actually go into making some cool weapons. And the weapon I'm specifically trying to get here is going to be this Shu's Wrath, which is just a cool bow that says it turns wooden arrows into lingering sand splashes on impact, which sounds awesome. So to get that, we actually need to get some forbidden fragments, hence why we need to have it be a sandstorm so we can get the sand elemental to spawn. And then also in my inventory is a light shard, which similarly I got from a desert mummy. And this goes into something cool too. It's the Cupid's String, which does a lot of damage, 55 range damage. And this one says it turns wooden arrows into love bolts, which charm hit enemies heal on critical strikes. And that sounds overpowered. Like, charm arrows in general are just so busted half of the time. So I'm wondering, maybe that can charm Skeletron Prime's hands and like make it attack the head? I don't know, that'd be cool. But obviously, to get to all that, we gotta go ahead and start with our to-do list. So let's go ahead and head into the desert, summon up this sandstorm, and try and get ourselves some of those fragments. Okay, let's try this again. And I say again because I just used this thing and it didn't work. So I bought another one. Let's see. Okay, there we go. That was weird. I don't know why the first one just like did not do anything. It said it started a sandstorm, and then the sandstorm just like did absolutely nothing. But anyway, here we go. And now that we're here, I can go ahead and start rambling about I'm cursed. Like, straight up, I am cursed, and I don't even want to say anything anymore because I am, like, legitimately, I'm cursed. So here's what happened. If you guys have been paying attention to my channel, you would know that, like, for a little bit now, my uploads have been really slow. Like, just once a week uploads, which is, I don't want to say it's not normal, because it's, like, relatively normal, but I've been trying to make it not normal. I've been trying to do 2 uploads a week, basically. And for the past while, it's just been 1 upload a week. And you also might remember that at the beginning of this year, when I started uploading, I basically didn't upload for, like, a month. It was terrible. I had a really bad start to the year because I just, like, had no opportunity to record. And then, I had some opportunity to record, and I got sick. Also, here we go. We got a sand elemental. But yeah, and then I got sick. And then, then I couldn't record again. So I got screwed. It was just a regular cold. The cold went away. So, like, you know, all is good. All is normal. And then I got sick again. And that's where we're at right now. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. Basically, the reason you have been seeing, like, one video a week, and also those just kind of slightly odd videos on my channel, like the Boys Are Bored video. That video was, like, I uploaded that video because it was just footage that I had. It's not super old, but it was from before when I got, like, sick, like the sickness I'm at right now. And also that video about Goku that I talked about earlier, the Risk of Rain video. In that video, I also mentioned that I was sick, and the reason, you know, I was uploading less videos is because I was sick. I just kind of briefly mentioned that. But yeah, it's so weird that I got sick again. And it's also weird that, like, every time I make a video saying that I'm back and, like, expect more videos, I get sick, and then I upload, like, nothing. So, it is just really, really annoying. And that's the reason I think I'm cursed, because so far this year has been terrible, because all I've been doing this year has been saying, I'm back, I have a ton of videos planned, and then I get sick, and then I can't upload any of those videos. And it's like, it's true, I do have videos planned. I have videos where I have a bunch of raw footage recorded, and I can't really do anything more with it because I need to do voiceover segments for them, and I couldn't really do that because I was sick and like my throat hurt and my voice was all, you know, sick, so I couldn't do anything. It's been so annoying. But I will say the one good thing is, usually, I'm gonna say usually, I'm not gonna say anything else 'cause I don't want to jinx it. Usually, when I get sick, I don't get sick again for a while, which is also why it's weird that like I got sick again because I was sick like last month. But usually when I get sick, I don't get sick again. So hopefully, now that I'm pretty much finished being sick this time, I should be good. That is my hope. I suppose TLDR, I keep getting sick, and the start to this year has been god awful for like it is. Oh my god, I apologize profusely because I have been such a bad YouTuber, and it's not even my fault. Like, I don't want to be a bad YouTuber. But anyway, gamers, here we are. So we can now go ahead and craft some of those cool weapons, and the first thing is going to be Shoes Wrath, your BAM, and the Cupid string right there. Easy, we crafted both of those. So we only have a few wooden arrows, so we can't do a ton of extensive testing on them. But basically, again, this one turns wooden arrows into lingering sand splashes, and this one makes wooden arrows charm enemies and also heal on critical hits, which both sound really cool. Alright, so first off here, let's go ahead and test the Shoes Wrath. So this will convert wooden arrows into like the sand arrows. Is this doing anything? Is it? It doesn't look like it's having an effect. It says it turns wooden arrows into lingering sand splashes on impact, right? It doesn't look like it's doing good damage. Like, I will say, that's doing really good damage. Oh, wait, there we go. That's why. Oh, I get it. Because the Molten Quiver turns wooden arrows into fire arrows. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, makes sense. So, damn. Look at this, then. That's cool. And before I run out of wooden arrows here, let's also go ahead and test out Cupid String, which just charms enemies. So, I don't think this one has any... Yeah, it doesn't have any, like, specific on-hit effect besides the charm thing. But actually, you know what? It fires really fast, too, I will say. So, here's the thing, though. It doesn't... Neither of these work with the Molten Quiver, because what the Molten Quiver does is it turns wooden arrows into fire arrows. And what I could do is I could just get a regular quiver, which I think I do have, right? Or do I have to make a quiver, maybe? Yeah, so I don't have a quiver anywhere in my storage. So, this is what I'm thinking. I think the Eternal Knight is still probably my best bet in that case, because I want the quiver, because the quiver is 10% increased arrow damage and a 20% chance not to consume arrows. It's a really good accessory. Like, that accessory is almost too good to pass up, especially because I have no other ranged accessories with me. I feel like the second hit thing, like this orb that fires additional arrows, I feel like that's too good to kind of like pass up. Like, I would definitely like to try the sand splashes thing, and I definitely want to try the Cupid charm hit thing on the Skeletron Prime. But I think maybe for like the twins and possibly the Destroyer, I'll probably just stick with the Eternal Knight. And with that being said, we can go ahead and just start fighting some of these bosses. So I'm going to prepare a little bit, clean up my inventory, probably craft a few more arrows that might be a little bit more helpful. Alright, and I am back. So a little update for you all. We are about to go fight the mechanical bosses. I went ahead and got myself some of the summoning stuff. And also, you might notice in my inventory, I fought a few corrupt mimics because I wanted this thing right here, this putrid scent, because what I did is while I was waiting for the nighttime off camera, I went ahead and went back into the underworld, not the underworld, I went into the cavern lair and got myself 2 magic quivers. So now if I put all of this stuff back in here, I can go into accessories and I can craft myself the Stalker's Quiver. And the Stalker's Quiver is basically the same thing here as this Molten Quiver. It does the same thing, 10% increased damage, 20% not chance to consume arrows, except this one has the effect enemies are less likely to target you, and it won't change all my wooden arrows into fire arrows. So hopefully now I can actually use these weapons' effects, because I also went ahead and crafted myself the endless quivers of both holy arrows and normal arrows. So I think my plan is probably for the Destroyer, I will do the Eternal Knight with the holy arrows. And then for Skeletron Prime and also the twins, I will try to use either a combination or just one or the other of these new arrows with the regular wooden arrows to try and get some of these effects to hopefully proc. So, first up, we obviously got to take down the destroyer. Hopefully the easiest of the three. Except that the problem is I also don't have an arena set up anywhere. And you know what? I refuse to make an arena. So we're just going to zoom out. We're going to take the single potion that I have in my inventory because I am not prepared at all. And let's just do this. Honestly, I don't think this will be too bad. It's just the destroyer. It is regular vanilla Terraria, so I can go ahead and bully the backside of him here. Give this man back shots, if you will. Yeah, not having a piercing weapon for this fight kind of sucks. You know what? Let's try using the sand thing, because this might pierce on the on-hit effect. Oh, you know what? It looks like it is. Hold on. If I can hit the body... Yeah, that's doing a lot of damage to the body, actually. Let's keep doing this. Try to hit the body more. Well, never mind. Let's try that again and not die to the destroyer, because that would honestly be just a little bit pathetic. Let's do the same thing. Let's go over here, bully the backside a little bit. Yeah, I think this weapon is actually going to be doing a lot of work. I'll be honest. Like, look at this. You know what? I'm not even going to say anything, because I feel like if I say anything, I'm just going to die immediately. I stand corrected. I didn't need to say anything to die immediately. Hopefully, third time's the charm. So I went ahead and off camera made myself an arena. I cracked and made an arena. So I think this will be good. Let me also not forget to like spawn these guys in, because I think I forgot that last time. And I also got myself some real buffs. So let's buff up. Let's spawn the worm. And this time, let's not die. Alright, well, I guess a little update for you all. I've been fighting this boss. It's been going fine. However, you guys can see the moon. It is about to turn daytime. And I don't know if I'll actually have enough damage to defeat this boss in time, which is good and bad. It's good because it means I didn't die. So, like, I lived an entire night fighting the destroyer. But bad because obviously that means that we didn't defeat the destroyer. We just don't have enough damage. And I'm not exactly sure what we can do to get the damage because of that. So it might be that we have just like a bad ammo type. We have a bad bow. Or it could be just that like maybe the bows aren't that good. It's either or. Ah, damn. Okay, ran out of time. Gamers, I figured it out. So I just had a little gander at the Thorium Mod wiki, and apparently after you defeat the Fallen Beholder, you have access to a completely new ore that spawns in your world, and we just like completely ignored that. I had no idea that existed. So there's that, and also there's a weapon like this weapon, the Eternal Knight, that we can actually get from shadow chests in the underworld. That's called... Oh wait, I think it's called the True Eternal Knight, which, hold on. This is the Eternal Knight. How do we get the true one? Because the true one also just says it's in chests in the underworld. I'm reading it right now. Let me make sure this is the right wiki. Hold on, what the fuck? Okay, never mind. Apparently the Thorium Mod wiki kind of like high-key sucks. Apparently it was removed. The True Eternal Knight was removed, and the Eternal Knight still stayed, but like you used to be able to upgrade the Eternal Knight into the True Eternal Knight, except then that was removed, and so I don't know. I think like that weapon just doesn't exist anymore because I can't even find it here in the item thingy. But that's fine. We still have access to the other ore that we get from the guy. So we're gonna go get some of that ore. Okay, so before we go look for that ore, it says that we can actually get more of the ore to generate up to 3 times when we defeat this boss. So we're going to go ahead and defeat this guy 2 more times here and hopefully get just some more ore to generate. And then we can go find some and hopefully get enough to craft some stuff. Alright, that's 1 down. And that's both of them. Alright, so now this stuff should spawn in the underground and caverns. And I think this is it. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I think it's this purple stuff all over here. Let's see. It is. Okay, so now we have Palladium. Yeah, and with this, we can make a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm pretty sure, actually, yeah, this set is also a ranged set. So not only can we actually just upgrade our armor, but it is also ranger specific. So hell yes. Hold on. Wait, what is... We're also getting something called Lodestone now. And I don't know if this is, like, new as well. This might just be, like, a melee specific variant of the Palladium. That's really cool. Okay, so it looks like now we have 2 sets of ores to check out and also 2 bows to check out. Alright gamers, I am back. I got myself 162 of these Palladium chunks and 134 of these Lodestone chunks, and both of these ores seem really, really cool. But I will say right now, because we are running out of time for this episode, what I'm going to do is I am going to stick with my original plan of just crafting the armor here, and then this one weapon, the bow, and then I guess similarly for these lodestone chunks, I will also just go ahead and craft the bow, and we can test out those. And then next episode, I'll take a look at the stuff off camera, and we can go ahead and craft maybe some other armor or some more of those weapons, because they do seem really, really cool. First off, let's go ahead and see what these actually do. So first off, this lodestone bow here, it says damage will sunder enemies, increasing the damage they take by 10, which that by itself just sounds really cool already. So let's see against the super dummy. Is there any like visible effect with that? Let's see. Ooh, there is. It's like a cool rock, like muddy effect. Okay, I like that. Let's also do regular arrows so it doesn't get all crazy. And now with this one sounds awesome. Arrows shot from this bow will temporarily blast enemies with interdimensional energy. Ooh. Oh, okay. So I expected like an additional shot similar to like the Eternal Night here. But no, this just does like a crazy status effect. Yeah, it's doing like 4 ticks, and then it has like a little explosion too. That's really cool. Okay, so I wonder if that's going to be better than Shu's Wrath here, because this obviously has the extra effect, which is that. Maybe the lodestone will be my my go-to weapon for this. Who knows? We are finally back, ready to take on the Destroyer. This armor is so cool, and the set bonus is really cool. So basically, the set bonus is reverse gravity by pressing up, and while gravity is reversed, all range damage is increased by 15%, which is sick. I'm not sure how much that's going to help us for the Destroyer fight right now, but either this episode, probably next episode because we're running out of time, next episode, I think that'll be really helpful specifically for the Twins fight, which that'll be really, really cool. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and spawn this guy in. I forgot to take any buffs, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and just test out the weapons a little bit right now first. Let's see. Oh my, okay, wow. Yeah, you know what? Already, the lodestone bow with holy arrows, that's doing a lot of damage. I saw like 500 there for a second. That's really good. So what is the Palladium if I also don't die here? Is the Palladium going to be like kind of the same thing? Let's see. I think this one is just a little bit worse. Like, it has a cool set bonus, but I feel like this one would be better for like single target damage. So I think my main goal then is I will probably be using the lodestone bow. And hopefully this is just going to, like, boost our damage that little bit to where we can defeat the Destroyer without it turning daytime. Or I will die. Oh my god. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me zoom out again. Where is the moon? It is all the way over here. We're cutting it so crazy close. But you know what? We managed to take down the Destroyer. Way harder of a fight than it should have been. In all honesty, that was insane. Like, dude, I had to be flying literally everywhere. Ignore that. That didn't even happen. That is wild. I did try to use the reverse gravity thing a lot of the time to get that 15% extra damage, and I think honestly that's probably what ended up winning us the fight, just because that little bit of extra damage made us finally be able to take it out before the night ended. So oh my goodness, but there we go, gamers. That was the Destroyer. For some reason, a really hard fight, and now we can go ahead and open up our treasure bag. 3, 2, 1, bam. And we actually do get some new stuff thanks to the Thorium Mod. We get these strange platings, which can actually go into making a whole bunch of stuff, but it looks like for most of it, actually, no. For some of it, we do need to be, I think, a little bit later game. But you know what? Actually, a good amount of this we can probably craft right now. Like, I think this armor we can even craft right now. Yeah. Okay, that's very cool. I'm going to definitely have to go ahead and look at that off camera, and we can see if we can make any cool stuff for that next episode. But gamers, with that being said, that is all the time I have for this episode today. So like the video if you like it, subscribe if you liked it. Thanks for watching. And yeah, next episode, we'll go ahead and take on definitely both the Mechanical Eye, the Twins, and Skeletron Prime. For sure, we're going to take them, both of those. And yeah, it'll be a good episode. So again, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.